If you're about to drop 500, 1,000, or 3,000 bucks on a portable power station, what's coming in the next 10 minutes can literally save you half. Because the entire industry is selling you tiers you don't actually need. And they're milking a marketing trick the Big Five have been pulling for 3 years straight. Blackout, EcoFlow, Anchor, Jackery, Goal Zero, all of them. Today we're sorting the entire 2026 power station market into 5 tiers, from the $200 box for camping to the $10,000 monster that can run half a house. We're telling you which tier you actually need, which one you do not, and where the brands are scamming you with the so-called surge spec. And keep an eye on Tier 3 because that's where the data lives that neither Blackout, nor EcoFlow, nor Anchor ever put in big letters on their product pages. The data about true inductive startup. The one that decides whether your fridge actually turns on or not. Quick note before we dive in, this video is not telling you which model to buy. It's showing you the 5 tiers in the 2026 market, giving you 2 or 3 solid models per tier with their actual spec sheet data and explaining what each tier is good for. The decision about which tier fits you is yours, looking at your house and what you plan to plug in. Because the goal here is not to push the most expensive box. The goal is to keep you from wasting money. And honestly, most people watching this video don't even need to climb past Tier 3. Let's get into it. Capacity from 200 to 400 watt-hours. Price from $220 to $440. This is the just-in-case tier. 3 honest picks here as of May 2026. The EcoFlow River 2 with 256 watt-hours, 300 watts of AC output, LIFE PO4 chemistry, and around 3,000 cycles. The Anchor Solix C300, practically the same numbers but at 288 watt-hours. And the Jackery Explorer 300 Plus also at 288 watt-hours. All 3 land between $239 and $299 bucks. What does this tier do? It charges your phone 30 times. It keeps your router and a couple of LED lamps running for an entire evening. It handles a camping trip with a laptop and a mini fan. It covers a short blackout in a city apartment. What does it not do? Start your fridge, run an induction cooktop, power a microwave, and right here is where the marketing trick begins. All 3 brands are going to talk about a boost or X-boost or surge pad mode that pushes the surge to 600 watts. Sounds great on paper, sounds like it'd run small appliances, but that number has an asterisk we're unpacking in Tier 3. If your use case is small electronics during short blackouts, Tier 1 is honestly all you need, and you save yourself 1,000 bucks you weren't going to use. If you want more, keep watching. Capacity from 700 to 1,200 watt-hours. Price from $550 to $990. You've got the EcoFlow River 3 Max here with 768 watt-hours expandable to 1.5 kilowatt-hours. 1,000 watts of AC output, LIFE PO4 with 3,000 cycles, priced around $599 bucks. The Anchor Solix C800 Plus, same 768 watt-hours, but bumped to 1,200 watts AC, around the same price point. And the Blackout AC180, which jumps to 1,152 watt-hours and 1,800 watts AC for about $899 bucks, with the bonus of 3,500 cycles. Big qualitative jump here. Tier 2 starts handling medium loads, a TV running all evening, a laptop plugged in all day, some small appliances without motors, a small space heater, a car battery charger, a 12-volt cooler. It starts surviving a long blackout in an apartment or a weekend in a small RV. But pay attention here too. The Blackout AC180 advertises 2,700 watts of powerlifting. The EcoFlow River 3 Max advertises 2,400 watts of X-boost. These numbers sound like Tier 4 territory. They are not, and why they're not, that's coming up in 30 seconds. Capacity from 1,000 to 2,000 watt-hours. Price from $990 to $1,650. And this is where most sensible buyers should land. 3 honest picks. The Anchor Solix C1000 with 1,056 watt-hours, 1,800 watts AC, 3,000 L, IFE PO4 cycles. The EcoFlow Delta 2 with 1,024 watt-hours expandable to 3 kilowatt-hours, 1,800 watts AC, same 3,000 cycles. Both sit right around $999, basically a tie, and then the Bluetti AC200L, which takes a serious jump, 2,048 watt-hours. 2,400 watts AC, 3,500 cycles, around $1,499. Now let's put Tier 3 to actual work. Here, you can start a fridge. You can run a microwave for a minute. You can plug in a hammer drill without the unit shutting down. You can cover a full work-from-home day with monitors, laptop, router, and a lamp. And right here, in Tier 3, we're cracking open the trick we've been hinting at the whole video, the so-called surge rating, boost, X-Boost, Surge Pad, powerlifting. You'll see it printed huge on every box. And here's what it actually is, because this matters. That entire technology is software, not hardware. What it does is drop the output voltage for a few seconds so the apparent wattage looks higher than the unit can really deliver. With a space heater, a light bulb, or any resistor, this works fine. With a motor, it doesn't. And basically, every appliance you'd actually want to run during a blackout has a motor. The fridge, the washer, the sump pump, the AC unit, the channel rule. If you want to know whether a power station will really start your fridge, don't look at the boost number. Look at the rated AC and divide it by 1.2. That's the true peak the unit can actually deliver for milliseconds. An Anker C1000 rated at 1,800 watts. AC gives you a true peak around 1,500 watts. That's enough for a standard US fridge pulling 150 watts continuous and 600 to 1,200 watts on motor startup. That's exactly why Tier 3 is the sweet spot. That's why you do not need to climb higher unless you have a very specific reason. Capacity from 2,000 to 4,000 watt-hours. Price from $1,650 to $3,300. 3 serious picks. The EcoFlow Delta 2 Max with 2,048 watt-hours, expandable up to 6 kilowatt-hours, 2,400 watts AC, around $1,899. The Anker Solix F2000, also sold as the Powerhouse 767, 2,048 watt-hours, 2,400 watts AC, around $1,799. And the EcoFlow Delta Pro, the daily driver for serious mid-tier solar setups with 3,600 watt-hours, expandable to 25 kilowatt-hours and 3,600 watts AC, around $3,000. Who actually needs Tier 4? Larger family homes with a full-size fridge running 24/7, a chest freezer, a well-pumped cycling several times a day, or a garage workshop with serious power tools. Anyone running a real solar auto-consumo setup at a second home. Anyone who wants to ride out a 24 or 48-hour outage with all the essentials still running. Real talk, if your plan is just outages, this is already overkill. Unless you live in an area with frequent long outages, Texas grid season, hurricane country, or PSPS-prone zones in California. If your plan is solar auto consumo, this is where it starts making real economic sense, especially paired with 2 or 3 400-watt solar panels. Capacity starts at 4,000 watt-hours and just keeps going. Price starts at $3,500 and climbs to $10,000, $12,000 or more once you stack expansion batteries. 3 references. The EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 with 4,096 watt-hours expandable to 48 kilowatt-hours. 4,000 watts AC, 4,000 cycles. The Anker Solix F3800 with 3,840 watt-hours, expandable to 53.8 kilowatt-hours. 6,000 watts AC, and a remarkable 6,000 cycles of useful life. And the Bluetti AC500 plus B300S modular system, which scales up to 18 kilowatt-hours of usable storage with a 5,000-watt inverter. Who needs this? Real off-grid homes, people literally replacing part of their main electrical panel, small businesses with industrial freezers, Class A RVs running continuous AC, and nobody else. If you don't fit that profile, this tier is ego, not need. Honest recap, if you live in a city apartment and just want peace of mind during a short blackout, Tier 1 is all you need. Period. If you do serious camping, light RV, or work from home emergency, Tier 2. If you live in a standard house and want to cover fridge, occasional microwave, and a power tool, Tier 3. This is where most people belong, and this is where most people should stay. If your house is large with continuous loads and motors, Tier 4. If you're building real off-grid, Tier 5. And one more time, the Tier 3 data. Every time you see an ad screaming a giant surge number, remember, divide the rated AC by 1.2. That's the number that decides. Everything else is marketing. If this cleared things up for you, drop a comment telling us which tier you're sitting in. We read every single one, and if you want to keep saving yourself from Tier 5 when you don't need it, subscribe, because the next Tiers episode is going to be about vinyl turntables. Same format, same honest verdict, different niche. We'll see you there.